Good morning, traders. It's Pete here. Welcome back. This is Trading Kitchen. In this video, I will speak about the VWAP and above all how I use it in addition to my FVG liquidity strategy, which is one of my two intradays strategy that I use on ES on NQ futures every day. I already shared with you guys a video in which I explain my strategy with all the full checklist, and there are some tools, usually useful tools that I use in addition to the strategy to better identify a possible entry. So to add to have more confluences. I always say that trading is a matter of confluences. The more you have, the highest your edge will probably be. And so there are there are many ways to use the VWAP. First of all, what's a VWAP? Is volume weight average price. And institution says that is the only indicator that they use, and it's not difficult to believe in, because the VWAP is, you see it as a simple moving average. Okay, this is how it looks. Well, I have here, why I have to draw it if I have it here. And but it's a very different thing. And the difference is that the moving average is an indicator based on time and price. The VWAP is an indicator based on volume. Okay, and that's is the greatest thing that this indicator have, and probably the reason by which is used by big boys out there. So there are many kind of VWAP. So it's basically two kinds. The first is fixed VWAP. For as fixed, I mean you can use by yearly VWAP, weekly, monthly, or daily, or session VWAP, or like this anchored. I don't remember how to spell it. The second type is this one. Okay. This is basically my my settings with, I use only multiplier, one band multiplier, one. Okay, and the logic behind this indicator is that when price is moving far, okay, from the VWAP, which is the Y one, outside the bands, you can add also two bands or three, or as you want. We can add this one. Okay, price tends to re-enter to find balance on the market. Okay, so when price is moving away from the VWAP, touching the other bands, tends to re-enter. Okay, so it's an indicator of, it's a trend indicator basically, but based on volume. Okay, so how I add this indicator to my strategy? So quickly, my checklist is this one. So we have price moving up. Okay, is moving up, and when we have a very crucial level, could be yesterday's high, could be the previous session highs or lows, could be previous day value area high or low, could be a strong support on demand zones found out on higher time frame, which can be 1 hour, 4 hours on a daily time frame, weekly, obviously weekly highs or lows. Okay, so all these crucial levels, buy side and sell side liquidity, with a previous, inside the previous fair value gap on the high time frame. Anyway, you can find all the checklist in the previous video. So when I see a reaction okay, all these levels, and breakout or a market shift basically, okay. So market shift, market structure shift, or break of structure, call it as you want, is not the same thing, but market structure is probably a change of the direction of the trend basically, okay. And if I see a fair value gap inside here, okay, I want to see a reaction on the fair value gap. Okay, if I see a specific trigger inside this area using volumes, using order flow, footprint chart, I trigger the market. Okay, this is a very common strategy. ICT, for example, use it as a breaker block. Okay, I don't know if Judo swing or unicorn. I don't remember now exactly the strategy, but it's a very common strategy. But in addition to order flow, is very powerful. How do I use VWAP in this situation? So I set the VWAP here inside the last candle that create the big impulse, that the breakout impulse, okay. And if I see, okay, on 5-minute time frame, price reacted to the VWAP or to the first band of the VWAP, okay, when price is inside the fair value gap, this is a very powerful signal to me. Let's move on the chart. We can close this. Yesterday, for example, the yesterday session gave us a very beautiful signal using this technique. Signal that I have, well, it's not a signal, to be honest. Idea, I don't have a signal room, a signal service. I never believe, I will never believe in that. Anyway, we have this big impulse, which is basically news, okay. Look here, we have liquidity here. So this is buy side liquidity, okay. Price at the specific time, because this is 8:30 Eastern time, price go up, grab another liquidity, which is over here, don't remember, but this is very important because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times price touch this max. So inside here there is huge liquidity, okay. So price grab the liquidity, go down, and we have this market shift, market structure shift, okay. Sorry, here. So we have market structure shift. Here we have a fair value gap, okay. This is a fair value gap. So without knowing, only using the candlestick, the traditional the classic candlestick chart, okay, if we add a VWAP here in this candle, because in this candle we have this impulse, okay, and we also have a delta divergence. This is another very good signal to me. Sorry, mistake. Okay, so I want for the price, I wait for the price to reach the fair value gap, and as you can see here we have a strong reaction, okay, or the first upper band or the VWAP. Look how also the inclination of the VWAP, okay, is always a trend indicator. So the inclination is clearly bearish, okay. It's obvious, okay, but it's important as well, okay. Price reacting very good with the 5-minute candle, okay. We have the first 5-minute bearish candle. I entered here, okay. Stop loss you can set above the candle, you can set above the fair value gap, targeting these lows, okay. It's a very common setup, but you have to take it inside a specific time in which you have strong volatility. So I don't speak about macros. I know that a lot of ICT traders like to trade with macros. Okay, well, I'm not good in that. I mean, it's not a specific minute in which you can trade. It's a specific time based on volatility. Okay, so during 30, during US opening, inside the first 30 minutes, 1 hour with the before New York opening, this is a very good time to find good impulse. Okay, look here, for example, this is a another entry that I did not take, but I see it now. To be honest, we have a fair value gap. Okay, price reacting very good. If you want to wait for a bearish candle, this is beautiful engulfing, and enter here. Okay, this is the entry because we have the strong rejection, stop loss above the candle, and targeting the closest liquidity we have, which is this one. Okay, it's a very common setup. You can, if you use VWAP to, in addition to your strategy, not on basically on this strategy, it's a very good indicator. I don't feel confident, to be honest, on session VWAP and daily VWAP, weekly VWAP. To be honest, I didn't find myself. Okay, it's not. I'm not saying that it's not useful. It's not useful for myself. My strategy, I didn't find any edge backtesting the VWAP daily or weekly or monthly, for example. But the entered, supposedly this is the good way of pronounce it. The entered VWAP is very good for this strategy. Let me do another example. So, for example, here we have a good reaction. Okay, good impulse. We are 11, so we are a little bit late maybe, but let's see if we have a good reaction. So yeah, as you can see, this is a fair value gap, and as you can see, price reacted here, okay, to this band. Maybe if we move on the highest point, this is good because this is the candle that makes the strong impulse, from which this strong impulse had started. As you can see, price reacted very good here, but the VWAP is increasing. Okay, is when you see the VWAP horizontal, means that we are inside a ranging trend. So it's not so clear the bias. Okay. Anyway, price reacting very good. Okay, you can enter here on the reaction, stop loss just above here, and take profit on the last buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. In this case, is stop loss or break even as price reach the VWAP. Look at here, when price touching the VWAP and strongly refuse to go down, this could be a good signal of reversing trend. It's not that case, but it's a good indication as well. Probably this trade is going on stop loss because we don't have in the right time. All the volumes, as you can see in this session, had already been settled, I don't know how to say, during this big candle, which was the CPI candle. So this is a very strong news, and in this day I didn't trade just because of this big impact news that we have. But if we use the VWAP here, maybe, I don't know, maybe no time to have a signal, maybe here, okay, but we don't have any fair value gap. So in the day in which we have strong impact news is not yeah, it could be good as well, okay, but I usually don't trade. Let's look for this example. Okay, as you can see, price reacted very good. Okay, here we have a very small fair value gap. Price reacted very good to this twice, to the VWAP. Let's look here for another example. This is during US opening. No, sorry, 8:30. Look how price reacted very good here. Okay, we have a fair value gap. No, we don't have fair value gap here. Maybe just here. So yeah, no trade, but look how price reacted magnificently here. Okay, this is not a strategy. This is another tool that you can add to your strategy to find an edge. Okay, maybe here. And all this example I'm doing now is I'm watching them with you. As you can see, we don't have any strong level here to at which price grab the liquidity. Maybe this one. Okay, as you can see here, sorry. No, this is not the right time here. Okay, so we have liquidity here. Okay, so price, this is wolf wave pattern. Okay, price grab the liquidity here. Okay, we are before US opening, so not the best moment to trade, but look how price reacted very good to the VWAP. Okay, price then open here. We don't have any break of structure here. Maybe this one. Okay, so could be good as well, even if we don't have any break of structure. But price reacted here very good. Move view up here. This is probably the example I did it before. No touches. But believe me, it's not every day, but it's a very, very good confluence. Okay, it's a very good setup. We have a break of structure here. When we have all the checklists respected, so buy some liquidity. Okay, buy some liquidity. We have fair value gap here. This is a beautiful example, and probably it's a trade that I took. Fair value gap. Price touch the first band and go down. Beautiful reaction here. Okay, so the trade could be this. To be honest, I will not enter immediately here. I always wait for a retest of the bulk of the cluster, which was this one, the trade. Okay, this is a trade with targeting the recent buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. That is this one. Okay, so when you have fair value gap, you have VWAP. Okay, and you have a strong 5 minute rejection of the VWAP itself, or it's the first band. Okay, this is a beautiful signal. Okay, it's a beautiful confluence. But everything must start from a liquidity grab and market structure shift. Okay, which is here. Okay, it's a very good indicator. It's a very good confluence. Look here, we have let me see. Yeah, we have this. Sorry. Buy side liquidity. We have here a market structure shift. We are inside the US opening. Okay, just 30 minutes before after US opening. Okay, sorry, we have a market structure shift here or here as well. Okay, if you want to be a little more aggressive, putting here the VWAP price. Let me see, reacted very good, or you can also here is the same more or less, I suppose. Price reacted very good here, very good. Okay, from the on the VWAP and on the first band. This is the entry. Stop loss above here. Sorry, I forgot to mention the fair value gap. Okay. Last thing I want to show you is how to add a footprint chart. This. Okay, so for example, let's take this. So here 830. So footprint here. Just give it the time to load. I'm running 3 platforms right now, to be honest, so it's a little bit, everything is a little bit slow, so let's move here. Okay, so this is my footprint template with the alpha module, but you know, it's good with all the platform. This setup is not the setup, so it's not the footprint that the platform that made this tool good. So this is the VWAP. As you can see, another great confluence is 1K footprint number. I mean, when I see 1000, we're talking about ES. Okay, for Nasdaq and for Dow is a little bit different, but we are talking about footprint. ES futures. So when I see 1K of contracts on the bid side, on the S side as well, if I'm looking for a bearish trade, obviously the 1K needs to be on the left side. This is a cluster to me. Okay, this is a cluster. So this is a potential good zone to trade. It's another confluence. So we have a strong cluster inside the fair value gap, inside a strong delta, bearish delta candle. So we have so many confluences here, and look here that this is what I share on my Discord group yesterday. We have a lot of trapped buyers over here. Okay, a lot of trapped buyers. So confluences. You want another one? I don't know if it could be the right example, but no. If we add a volume profile to this impulse, yeah, we have a low volume node here. Okay, the low volume nodes are all zones that, I mean, you could use as support and resistance zone. Price tend to retest to fill. We have a lack of volume, so price wants to fill with volumes all these zones. Okay, as price did in this example. So price enter the zone. We had what here? We had another confirmation here. Strong sellers enter in, trapped buyers, okay, engulfing, bearish engulfing. My entry was probably here on the POC of the bearish candle. Okay, so I repeat, trading is a matter of confluences. The more you have, the highest will your chance will be to take the profit, basically. Okay, and this is liquidity. We are 1, 2, 3 max. Okay, equal tops, equal highs. 1, 2, 3. This is all liquidity. Okay, so guys, sorry, I forgot to mention the reason by which I made this video, and this is not here but here. This is the VWAP. As you can see, price reacted perfectly to the VWAP, which is bearish, is trending down. Okay, so guys, it's enough for this video. I remember you that I share all this content before opening the trade, so I share all my ideas in the Discord group, in which you have futures course, you have CFD course, you have backtest, journaling, everything. So you can see the reason by which I enter or not the trade of the strategy and other strategies, and a lot of educational content like this. It's all for free, Okay, so I suppose this could be good for you. Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next video.